Hello, my friends. Andrew here once again. And in this video, we're going to talk about canned messages and answer the question, what are they? What are canned messages? What are they used for? And how are they going to save time? And how does Messenger Pro give you the opportunity of getting access to things that you say over and over again, something that you would say often, really quickly, really easily. And you can see inside of our messenger here, if we go over to Facebook, we have this little option right here. If we were to open this up, you can see that there's a little scroll bar and there are some messages in here. And this is just going to be a list of all the different message templates that we currently have with this particular tag. So this one being the cold lead tag. We have a message set with this. If we were to go into here, you'll see up here, if I drop the software down, and I go into cold lead, you'll see message templates. And you'll see that we have two. We have one, which is our outreach, which is our interests, our introduction, our thing in common, and then we'll add an open-ended question when we get to that part in the training. But this one right here is for a canned message that tells people how to get traffic, right? Because what we do is we have conversations with people inside of affiliate network marketing Facebook groups. And when they ask us how to, or share with us how they get traffic or the problem that they have in their business, which most of the time in this space is getting good quality traffic, people who are actually interested in purchasing products in this space. So what we do is we have that answer right here. And the answer is actually quite long. If you take a look right here, it's actually below the video. You can go ahead and read it for yourself, but I'll read it to you so you can get a good bead on kind of where we're going with this response. And it says, Facebook has this nifty little thing that it does. And it lets people sort themselves into categories based on their interests. For example, you can join a free group or about a specific topic like advertise your business here. That would be about advertising your business. Now, obviously, I'd avoid groups like this. They're terrible. Free is never a good thing when it comes to groups. Now consider TextBot. A few people in TextBot have entered without first joining the system, but most have paid at least $100. I like to refer to these groups as paid groups. These are where we find the right people. Number one, we know that they're interested, and number two, we know that they're willing to invest because obviously they're inside of a group that is related to that. You need to post value in the group, make friends of the people who engage in that group, and present them with a solution to their problem. In our niche, affiliate network marketing, the problem is always the same: traffic that will actually buy a program like blank, or in this case, TextBot. I would assume you're in a few other groups as well, and I would also assume you joined a paid program before you were able to gain access to them. So basically this right here is just something that I would say often to people who ask the question, how do you get the right traffic? And obviously before that, we have some other messages and some messaging that goes into getting them to ask that question. And this would be something that we say often, but you can see that this is pretty considerable in how much context, how much text is actually in this particular response. So we would have to type this over and over again, or we would have to copy and paste this from a sheet. We have to remember where the sheet is. We have to log into the sheet, find it, and then copy and paste it. With Messenger Pro, with a canned message, you can as easily grab it. Just go ahead and click on it just like that. And you'll see right here that this whole text is actually imported directly into this chat. And all I have to do is click the button and it will send us over here to Jonah. I'm not going to do that obviously because we're not engaged in that particular conversation right now. This is just a demonstration for training purposes. But as you can see here, it's much quicker to be able to get access to the things that you would say often. Another thing that you would put in a canned message will be if anybody asks you, what is it that you do? And those ones are really easy questions to tee up and obviously start a conversation with people. And you could very easily have a nice response to I teach and help or affiliate marketers generate traffic for their online business using automated tools or something like that. You can have a variation of that or whatever it is that your core business model is about. You'll have an opportunity of just very quickly grabbing 2 clicks and away you go. You'll have that information put into that conversation without you having to type it out. And it really saves you a lot of time. And that's really what this is all about. Facebook marketing, organic marketing is about relationships, building up that rapport, And if you're following the 9 steps, the 9 core commitments that we're actually laying out here inside the training, you will discover that a lot of the people that you're having conversations with in the message, albeit if they're brief, if they're over a course of time, these individuals actually do go to your Facebook profile and take a look at what it is that you post. So that's why it's very important. Part of our 9 steps is that you post content every single day, because that content is what's going to get people to begin to know, like, and trust you. And that is one of the first things that you have to establish with a person before they make a purchase with you. Now, that's really what it's all about here. So this right here, canned messages, give you the ability to add those messages to your Messenger Pro tags so that it's really quick and really easy for you to grab those. And each one of the tags has its own message templates, which means if I were to move, say, for example, David here, from a cold lead to a warm lead, I would have a whole different set of messages that I would be sending to David. These are messages that I would send to somebody who's ready, they're warmed up, they know who I am, they know what it is that I do. And now what I want to do is I want to move them through a relationship sequence. Maybe my warm lead has some templates for campaigns. Maybe my warm lead has some templates for broadcast messages or just regular conversation-based messages. All of these things will be built into the particular lead. In this particular case, it would be David, as he has moved into this particular category. And then, of course, in this particular tag set, we have hot lead as well. And then, like I said, again, we will have different messages, different templates down here available for example, David, if we click on here, and as soon as the application loads the canned messages right there, you can see that there are no message templates because we don't actually have any message templates built out for the hot lead tag, if that makes sense. So what we would want to do is we want to go build out some messages for a hot lead being a person who's interested and ready to buy now. We would want to put some links in here. We would want to put some call to actions and maybe some steps that a person would ask, okay, I bought, what do I do next? That is when you really want to be able to drive it home. So creating those templates, those canned messages for each individual phase of your pipeline here inside the Messenger is going to be very beneficial for you, and they can save you a lot of time. Things that you say often when you're out, when you're working, when you're typing, when you're talking, just keep in mind something. Hey, I find myself saying this a lot to people in this particular phase of my relationship building process. You can just copy and paste that and post that right inside of your framework, inside of your different tags. So here we just go to a cold lead, for example, we go into message templates, and you can see right here we have Facebook. Let's add a new one really quick. You can see right here, we can add in whatever message we want. We can create it with segments. We can do all of this stuff. We can throw emojis. We can throw images. There's a lot of things that we can do with that. I'm actually not going to do that in this video. That's actually a thing for the next video. It's a little bit shorter, so we're just going to walk through the process of creating it in that video. But this gives you an idea of what a canned message is. When you are creating these are messages that are going to go into your canned messages here. They're going to go into your outreach as well. Now, the differentiating factor between an outreach message and a message that you would use somewhere inside of your campaigns, which it does not bar you. So for example, here we have intro and interest. This is actually in this particular message. So if we just flip this one right back here to cold lead, right here, and then we go into our message templates. You can see right here, hello David, we both are interested in affiliate marketing. Right there, you can see that. So what it's going to do is just remember, hello David, we're both interested in affiliate marketing. Is if we were to go here to Chris, it won't say, hey Chris, you and I are both interested in affiliate marketing. It might, but chances are, hello Chris, we are both interested in affiliate marketing, right? So it's a little bit different. It's a slight variation of that particular a phrase, because obviously that is built with segments that rotate, and those are also going to be available for you to select here in real time really quickly. So you can select any message that you have created as a canned response, whether it's for outreach, whether it is for regular conversation, whether it is for a broadcast message, or it is for a campaign-based message. These will all be available for you to be able to select when you are creating them. So just keep that in mind. Anything that you would say frequently, anything that you would say often, something that you would use to save time, that's going to give you a lot of flexibility using your canned messages. So I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions, comments, and or concerns about your canned messages, please feel free to reach out to support. That's elmlink.co/support. I'll see you in the next video.